G'day guys and gals. So, today is Area 6 Ruins, which is this one right here. No dramas, W being the key enemy. Daily challenge, Originium Zone Erosion 3, and to round out my 8, I'll be going with Sophisticated Armor, Crossfire Zone, and Secret Operation. A little bit of a special case today, we're going with Myrtle and Scavenger. Scavenger's got skill 2. Suzuro, I'm using Suzuro just for her skill 2, just as an emergency sort of thing. You can really just bring any healer you want. I've never had to use Suzuro in such an emergency, so feel free to bring whoever you like. In fact, I don't even want to bring Suzuro. I want to bring Gabriel, because I like my crocodile girl. Alrighty, Blue Poison with skill 2, Grey Throat with skill 2, Calcit with skill 3, Shirayuki with skill 2, Vermeil with skill 2, Matterhorn with skill 1, he's just going to be a reserve, a fast redeploy, and I do have a couple of robots. I've got Lancet just because I can only deploy 7 operators, so I may as well have another healer doing something just in case. And I also have Thermite because, again, I can only deploy 7 operators, so why the hell not bring another robot? So, if this does help you enjoy the content, like and subscribe, you guys know the deal, and or just subscribe, because I understand some people don't like that like list of theirs piling up. So we have our 2 vanguards put in. Myrtle's going to get used first, and we're going to need to deploy our first healer. So first healer. I'm using Gabriel because I like that buff she gets from deployment. I mean, these guys have 600 health. I mean, it doesn't matter who I use. I could be using Ansel and they'd be healing them, popping them up in the first one. So Blue's going to get put back here, and there is a method to that madness, and I'll explain it a little later, once I get everybody in place and I can talk. Calcit is going to go in up the top here, facing down. Monster's going to go in next. This is Myrtle's last lot, but we're going to pop in Grey Throat here, because she's an offensive skill user. So I want her using a skill as much as possible. So Myrtle's done, pull her out. Vermeil in next. Use monster skill on this guy with the armor. Once we're done with Gabriel, by the way. By the way, it's fine. That skill, that gives us plenty of deployment points to play with. We're going to deploy Shirayuki here. I'll use Blue's skill just to get rid of some of these guys. Okay, now that everything's set up, the reason we've got Blue put back here instead of one forward or over here is simply because of where W's bombs will end up. With this current deployment setup, W's bombs should, keyword, only end up on Monster first. The first bomb should only end up on Monster. The second one after that will go on as many people as she's in range of, which will probably be both Blue and Calcit. So we want to make sure we get that armored unit. We want to make sure that only Monster is in range to start off with. And that will, in theory, give us our most bang for our buck. In theory. That said, I'm going to deploy Lancet here just to top up these 2 in case for whatever reason something happens. You'll also note that I'm not giving Monster an extra healer. Monster can only be healed by Calcit, so there's no point. Second to this, Vermeil's skill is incredibly quick to cycle, so don't be afraid to use it. So, like, I know there's a bunch of enemies coming, so I'll use it now, because why the heck not? It is a split shot skill, but I mean, let's be honest, it gives an attack bonus, so make the most of it. So I'm gonna save, I'm gonna hold on to Blue's skill. I don't want to use it just yet. I do want to do this and this, because these guys are fairly nasty enemies. So that's W. So she's got one bomb on Monster. I don't want her to keep throwing bombs on Monster, so I'm going to put my fast redeploy down here. I'll use this skill. I'm going to wait for her to throw one more bomb, and then I'm going to pull my fast redeploy out. I'm going to use this. I'm going to kill that enemy that I completely didn't see. Put in Thermite, start cycling skills. So even if Monster dies here, I'm not super concerned about that. The bottom line is that if Monster dies, he's going to blow up and do true damage to everything around him. So no matter how close Monster was to death there, the amount of damage that had been done to all those enemies there, I don't care about. And if Monster dies there, he blows up and I just replace him with this bloke, Matterhorn. Herder. Okay, so that aside, this red enemy here is what I really wanted to use this skill on, but obviously, as you can see, I've just potatoed. So, I'm going to keep this guy here. That's, again, whatever. That's not an issue. Either is that. I don't care about that. So this is the last enemy. Let's give him a big dose of the monster. And that's it. So I was trying to explain too much at the end there, and I just potatoed the whole thing. But that's okay. Mission accomplished. I was trying to explain what happens when Monster dies, and I just got carried away. Anyway. That's how that works. I hope that helps, ladies and gents. I'm sorry that was a bit weird at the end, and I lost an enemy up there. But that was how that works. You use you use your vanguards to clear him out, alright? That aside, if there's any questions, because that was a bit wonky at the end, by all means, chuck them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. And as I said earlier, shoot me a subscribe if this does help you out, because I really do appreciate that. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow.